Good afternoon. It is Friday, September 6th, 2019, and we're going to wait until some people sign on. I said this was going to air at 1 o'clock, so I'm going to wait until some people come on here. It should be like give it 3 minutes to 1 o'clock, I guess, or something like that. So we'll give some folks time to come online. There's 2 people. I'll wait for some more people to come online. I'm on a little early, a few minutes early. We'll wait for you. 3 people. Taking your questions. A couple of things to start. Actually, does anybody want to comment and just put in the current time? Because I can't see the time on my... when I'm doing a Facebook Live, I can't see the time on my phone. So if anybody wants to tell me what time it is. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Jessica. And hi another oh, it's the same Melissa. Sorry. Sorry, it came up in 2 different ways. Hey, what time is it? Somebody put the time in so I can tell if it's 1 o'clock yet. I'm just waiting for more people. I broadcast. I said it was going to be at 1 p.m. So no, nobody? Jessica, Melissa? No? What the time? Got the time? 11:59, so it's 12:59 my time. Okay, got it. Thank you, Jessica. So another minute. We'll give people a minute. Okay. So it's 1 o'clock Eastern time, and let's start in, shall we? Okay. Maybe nobody's jumping on because I put donations welcome. Is that why? I did. I put my... Well, because I'm just going to... I'm just taking... You don't have to. I'm just taking your questions, spending time. I actually have some stuff I want to talk about. I'm going to answer some of your questions, and guess what else I have... Hang on a second. I gotta doing this on live video here so I don't screw up. Tarot cards. Yes. Hey Sherry. Hey Rebecca. Hey Martine. Hey Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I got your message. Thank you. And thank you for that story on Dorian Gray. I just read it, and I was gonna respond, but like I'll just say it on the video. So thank you. I got some emailed questions, people that wanted to know some certain things. So the first thing I want to talk about before I get into taking your questions, and also let me just say, I'm wanting to know about my love life. Who isn't, right, honey? Me too. I need a tall, dark, handsome stud. No, let me just see. I'm wanting to know if I am on the right path with the 2 guys. Welcome. Look at October. One of the reasons I'm on today, Halloween is approaching. And so I really, really, really want to drive you to my website. You're like, Halloween? It's September 6th. I'm from Salem. Trust me, Halloween is right around the... Halloween is upon us. Just, all right, ask anybody else that lives in Salem, they'll know. Okay, anybody else in the tourism industry, whatever. Halloween is upon us, okay? I know it's September 6th, but it's here. But also psychically. And the reason Halloween is so powerful, and I want to drive you guys to my website, which is ericfraize.com, because this is the time of the year. There are really 2 times of the year. There's always this mythos surrounding Halloween, like with the Day of the Dead, and, even in the Catholic Church, they have All Souls Day on November 2nd, El Día de los Muertos in Mexico. So, and they have the Festival of the Dead up in Salem, and such. So, there's... It's because at this time of year, the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. I'm sorry, I'm just reading a comment. Melissa, you'd want a reading. that's something I would. That's something I would. That's really personal. I would do that. I would take you as. I would get you personally for that. I'd want to talk to you more and get some more detail. So again, you can either email me or message me your contact information, witchkingofsalem@yahoo.com, or call me on the phone and leave a voicemail. My business line, 781-866-3661. It's $9.99 a minute. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's my other cell phone you can call. Okay. Really interesting. Jackie, you would want to call me too and get in touch with me privately for a reading session. And again, this is, if people can't afford it, it's, we'll work out something. So anyway, hey Mark, buddy, how are you? Nice to see you. So as we approach October, as we approach Halloween, the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. And that's why you have all this, all these festivities, all the dead, all the costumes, and the Wiccans call it Samhain, spelled Samhain, Samhain. I, as a Satanist, call it Hallowmas. Instead of Halloween, I call it Hallowmas. I'm sure other people do too. This is the one that just jumps out at me that I prefer. So I wanted to come on here today and tell you about that, and that this is the time. So this is the time you want to get readings. This is the time you want to get prophecies, because the veil is at its thinnest. So psychic powers are at its height. Now, I want to clear up also something that's not... I want to clear up something there's some confusion. People think that Halloween, that Hallowmas, is the only time of the year when you can do this stuff. Well, I mean, you can do it every day, but I'm just saying there are 2 points in the year when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. That other point is Hexennacht, or Walpurgisnacht, which is May 1st, Beltane for the Wiccans. Hexennacht for me, Witch's Night. Okay? So that May 1st and October 31st, November 1st, November 2nd, All Souls Day, they honor the dead, even in the Catholic Church. Okay? So that time, that's approaching. And I really think it was ushered in by a dream that I had. Hi, Jean. Hi, Chantel. It was ushered in by a dream I had, and I spoke to somebody's... a dear friend's daughter who had passed on. She came to me in a dream. I didn't ask for this. She came to me. Like I said, you souls will come to me sometimes. They'll find me and wake me up and be like, hey, you got to call so-and-so and tell them this. Okay. Hey, Jean. How are you? Jean, you're in the United Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you? Here it is. Sorry, Eric runs on Duncan's. All right. So let's ask some questions. I don't know how long I'm going to be on today. I was going to try to do an hour. I figured that would give me some time to get some questions in. Get a lot of questions in that you have. And I'll get personal if you get personal on here. If you don't mind me saying stuff to you that may be personal on here, fine. But if I see something like Melissa and Jackie said, that's really personal, but it's in depth too. It's not something I would do as a spectacle for all to see. That's a sensitive thing. Okay, Leandra. Hi, Leandra. Hi, Rosella. I should have hashtagged psychic readings or something on this. So like I said, so look at my. You don't have to. It's not obligatory at all. I just put my PayPal.me. Down there in my Cash App, cash tag, if anybody wants to donate. This is, and let me just tell you, this is the first time I'm doing this where I'm actually taking your questions. So even tiny donations would be encouraged and just helpful. It would be uplifting. It would encourage me to do a little more, do these a little more often. How's that? We'll say that, okay? Rosella, did I say hi to you already, Rosella? Hi, Rosella. Sherry. I love doing that. Romper, bumper, stomper, boom, and I see Jean and Sherry. Oh, there's Rosella. Okay, well, so let's start with the questions. First question, somebody messaged me. I got one question via Messenger. She asked, how do you remove, kind of pertinent too, how do you remove, that's right, Elizabeth, it does. Did you see that? How do you remove a curse that's placed on you? You know, when I first started doing readings, and people came to me and said, there's a curse on me. I swear there's a curse on me. There's a curse in me. I strayed away from that so much because it's so, you know, when I think of a few things, first of all, I would think that people were paranoid, like you're paranoid. There's no curse in you. And this, remember, I've been doing this since I was 15, and I'm older now. And so people would come to me, yeah, there's a curse in me, da, da, da. And I didn't want to, you know, I would expect that, you know, it was so stereotyped to see, like, you know, the person on Route 1 on the side with, like, the neon palm, like, you know, psychic, you know, or somebody else, any other psychic with, like, some neon light. Psychic readings, you know, when you go in and they'll feed right into that and they'll say, oh, absolutely, you are cursed, and honey, for $10,000, I will light a candle and everything will be all better. So I didn't want to play into that. You know, I didn't want to say, you know, I just kind of felt like I'd feel like a con, whatever. But then over time, and I learned more, and I actually studied diabolic possession and exorcism in the Catholic Church under the then chief exorcist of the Archdiocese of Boston. And out of St. John's Seminary in Boston, too. And so there's I actually saw her possessed. I've been in the room with a few officially possessed people, too. Where am I going with this? I was talking about, so people curses on people, etc. Over time, I learned that this stuff is real. When people started coming, when I started doing magic spells for money, a friend of mine calls me a mercenary magician. They would come to people. People want people dead. You know what I mean? And I don't do that. I mean, I can bring justice. Do you know what I mean? But when people want people dead, that's a. You know, that's a. So anyhow, my point is, there are people that do this, numerous people that come to me. Don't worry, I turn 99% of them away. And so if they're coming to me, you know they're going to somebody else. And then there would be these inexplicable things that would happen to people. And I would be like, that can only be written off to some, you know, and they say, well, it's karma, et cetera, whatever. And sometimes, and if it's karma, whatever. But sometimes I'll see it in their birthdays. You know, I'll say, well, you know, you got a tough birthday. There are some tough birthdays out there. Like off the top of my head, I can tell you some tough birthdays. November 16th, tough birthday. Just that right there. November 16th is a tough birthday, but you can master this stuff too. You can do mental transmutation. You can polarize this stuff and use it to your favor. That's what people don't realize. As people say, oh, you know, that's why people fear Friday the 13th. That's like my luckiest day, Friday. Okay. I have friends that were born on Friday the 13th that have like amazing lives. Like, you know, they're just because they've transmuted that mental transmutation and they've used it to their advantage. So getting back to, November 16th is a bad. What other days off the top of my head aren't that cool? I don't know. I'd know it if you told. I'd have to see it. I'd have to be like, look at your birthday. Oh, that's tough. But if I had to pick one, like, what's the worst birthday of the year? People are going to feel so terrible. I hope no Scorpios are watching this right now. No, but if I had to pick, November's tough. Really, the whole month of November, but it peaks at the 16th. But I'm digressing. I'm such a Libra. I have 6 planets in Libra, so I'm out here. So my point is, yes, people do put curses on people. So when you ask me, how do you reverse a curse that somebody's put on me, or that was the message that a couple of things. A lot of curses are psychological. For the regular psychological curses, all I have to do to somebody, and this is as far as I'll go to say this, because I'm not going to reveal black magic on here. But this isn't black magic that I'm revealing to you. It's psychology. You say to a person, I've put a curse on you. And regardless of whether they believe in it or not, okay, and they say, I hope that this happens to you. That seed is buried in your subconscious, and it germinates in your brain, and you manifest it in your life. Okay? Even the people that laugh it off, like, you're mental, it's still there. Okay? And Anton LaVey says in the Satanic Bible, he says, let them laugh to their grave, because it's in their brain. So how do you get rid of it? Well, first of all, it's important to know that it's in your brain. There are many things you can do. When somebody says, and I see all the comments coming up, but I can't read them right now. So when I say ask your questions, I'm sure I'll see a bunch. I can't scroll back right now. So if I ask you to repeat yourself, or if I say repeat your question, by all means, go ahead. So the first thing, the important thing to know is to know that it is a seed that's been planted. So all magic begins in alpha. Remember I was talking about the information I get in alpha when I wake up, okay, and I'm in my when I'm starting to wake up, I'm in my alpha state, okay, alpha mind. You can actually go to somebody, and if you don't know anything about magic, you can actually go to somebody and have them take care of it for you. But if you want to take care of it yourself, go in, and this is just an example. Go in and talk to your higher self. Go into meditation. Go into alpha, and you just say, I'm aware of this. I'm aware this person said this. I will give this no power over me. And you can picture yourself in a garden, pulling up weeds, like your mental garden. Picture all the flowers you want. You know, oh, here's some sunflowers. That's my happiness in life, and you know what I mean. And what, you know, here's some strawberries. That's my love life, and you know. So you can go through your garden. You see little weeds. Oh, let's pull this up. I don't like that thought. I don't like that thought, because your mind is the most powerful thing. And not to take away from legitimate hexes, people can send some serious shit your way. You know, and then picture yourself digging up the seed. You know, you can, when you envision it, you can be as detailed as you want. You can see, oh, look, it started to break a little bit. This seed started to take a little root. Let's get that out of here and throw it away. And picture yourself throwing it in a fire or something, whatever. Just uproot it. Get rid of it. This individual was aware of how to do this and has said that hasn't worked. And she wanted to know what more she could do to, because what was said to her is manifesting. What more can you do than that? Well, you know, this is my belief system. I shouldn't know if I want to say this in public. Did you really do that? Did you really dig up the seed? You know, because I just that should do the trick, you know. And I'm wondering if some of the other things you're experiencing are they're still subconscious, or just in the situation that you were discussing, particularly biological. And I really think, you know, and I know your zodiac sign too, by the way, and you are an overthinker. Okay. I don't want to give too much detail, but you're an overthinker and over analytic. You analyze, you pick it apart a lot, so you're thinking too much too. So it's, do you know what I mean? I beyond the visualization, we know what it is. Just take care of it. Just keep doing the visualizations, and just, you know, I if you want my psychic opinion, I don't feel anything latched onto you. I know who you are. You know me. I love you. You love me. I don't sense anything latched onto you. I really, really think it's working its poison in your head. Or is something biological at this point. Yeah, I think you're just working too much. Your mind is working too much. Okay? All right. Let's see. Hi, Marion. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Janet. Let me scroll. Can I scroll back and see some others? August 7th is a Leo. Chantel is a Leo. My sister died on 11/16. Oh, Sherry. Sherry, is it too much to ask the circumstances surrounding her death? Was it anything, was it just a natural passing? Or, because if it was just a natural passing, then it's no big deal. But if the circumstances around it were violent in some way, that's what I would want to know. America, the battle, the years, Martine. Not only marriage, my family, home, and job. So I guess which way forward is there happiness and stability in your near future? That's also a good question. When somebody's undergoing something, Martine Hampson, this just happened to catch my attention. Since you put it publicly, please forgive me if I read it. Not even sure how to word this. Unsure of which way forward. 2 years since my marriage failed, and still finding each day a battle. Never believed I would fail. I or it would fail after almost 23 years. Not only my marriage lost, but family, usually goes with it, unfortunately. I speak from experience. Home and job. So I guess my question is, which way forward is there happiness and stability in my near future? We really have to, everybody watching, we really have to plug into spirit. Plug into the God of your understanding. Because we make we need to know, like Martine, I would want to know his birthday, your birthday, circumstances surrounding. I could try anyway to make sense of it for you. Because the reality is, shit's going to happen in life. And if we don't study, if we don't connect with our God, goddess, whatever you believe in, if we don't learn the mystic arts, and I'm very serious about this. You know, like you say, I got to learn witchcraft. Yeah, I mean, you got to learn the mysteries of the world around us. You know, dare I quote the Bible? Romans 1. Paul says, you know, God has made his works plain to us. Anybody that sees the perfection of this universe and thinks there's no God is a fucking moron. Okay? Anybody that sees the magnificence of the human body, like what a magnificent it's fascinating. The planets and their courses, everything. And for people to think there's no God, that's fucking insane. So, where am I going with this? if you don't, Martine, don't sit around and just wait for things to get better. Make them better. Empower yourself. It's not about what I see. Do I see, oh, honey, it's all going to pass in 3 months. You're going to be as happy as a pig in shit and da-da-da. It's not like that. And if I pulled cards on you right now, I'm sure I'd get like really intense, like ugly, like, oh, you really need a reading. And I promise this isn't a trap. It's not a trap to get people to come. So I'm just being very honest with you. If it's something I can see right away, I'll tell you. But Martine, the complex, it's so complex. And I'd want to make sense of it for you and help you to empower yourself to move forward. Because there really isn't any, there are rarely quick fixes in life, especially when we go through traumatic stuff. I hope that kind of helps. But what I will say to you is it's a turning point in life. And this too shall pass. You will rise from this as well. Always remember in the death card. Let me see if I can find the death card. I mean, if I can't find it within like 2 seconds, I'm not going to show it to you, but sorry about this, guys. 1 second. Death. Where are you? Never thought I'd be looking for the death card. Here we go. Got it. It's card 13, by the way. Death, the major arcana. Okay. This is the death card. This is the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. It's just, I like it because it's very similar to the Rider-Waite deck. But it's a little more friendly, not as scary looking. It's, okay, there's death. He's riding through, and look at in the background, there's a sun rising. So what you're experiencing right now, I mean, I pulled this card myself consciously, so it's not like a psychic pull for you. But look at this card. This is what you're experiencing right now. You're going through a death of sorts. Death is parading through and your life is changing, but look in the background. Look at the pillars. Look at the sun rising. When the death card comes up in a reading, it rarely, if ever, sometimes it does mean death, but it rarely, if ever, does. Depends on what cards are around it. When death comes up in my readings, like if I'm reading myself, and I usually know exactly what it is. I'm usually like transitioning. I'm moving. I quit a job. I know what it's the end to something. If somebody says, what am I going to do with this relationship? And this comes up, guess what? So my point is, in the death card, there's hope. Death, it always brings with it rebirth. It's a cycle of change. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in. I'm going to mix these up real well here. Mixing them all up, throwing them all around here. Okay, I'm wondering if I'm on the right track with my love life. Oh, Elizabeth Ann, okay. Hold on, Elizabeth. Feeling hopeless, depressed, anxiety. Would love some advice on what I can do to change my situation. As I was put in this predicament, not by my God, so many people need so much help. Hold on. My own doing, so I see no change in sight. Marian Alice Jones Reber, 1 second. I was put in this predicament not by my own doing, so I see no change in sight. I've tried to make things better, but obviously needs to come from someone else. Hopeless, depressed, anxiety. Every case is so deep here. But that's what I like. I like the deep stuff. That's my forte. I like getting my hands in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Not real shit, spiritual shit. Marianne, real quick, just if you just put your birthday in, if you don't mind, Marianne. Let me just see here. Martine. Yeah, no problem, Martine. Like I said, reach out to me. We'll work something out. We can talk, whatever, wherever you are. Just message me, follow up, whatever. Marion, I'd like for you to do the same. Elizabeth, Janet McElliott. I recently received a health issue warning, not cancer. Is it possible to know if I'll be able to change this outcome? Sure. Janet, put in your birthday. And okay, let's do this. And I'm sorry I didn't think of this. This is my first time I'm taking questions, so I'm sorry if I didn't think of this earlier. Start your questions with your birthday. So just put a date. Just start your question with a date, and I'll know that's your birthday. That will help me tune in a little bit more. Okay? So down below, just put in your... I'm just going to go by who put in their birthdays. Okay. Well, good. You can contact me through Facebook, Martine, or I have Skype too. Skype is Eric Fraize. Skype username Eric Fraize. Martine, March 12th. Okay, look at. You're a Pisces. A March 12th Pisces. There's a lot there. Pisceans have a challenge for all the Pisces that are watching. Pisces, you see, there's two fish. There's one going in one direction, one going in the other. This isn't like Gemini, the twins. It's not the duplicity of Gemini. No offense, Geminis. Are you going to just let life take you downstream, or are you going to choose to swim in the opposite direction? That's the mystery of the Piscean fish facing in two different directions. Pisces are all water signs in general, but Pisces in particular are the most prone signs to alcoholism and addiction. Pisceans are extremely sensitive, extremely dismayed sometimes with the world because they see what the world can be. It's the most psychic sign of the zodiac. They see what the world can be. They know what the world can be and see what the world actually is, and the two fall very, very, very short. Okay? You're a very sensitive person. And I mean sensitive, meaning sensitive to the feelings and emotions around you. People have a tendency to dump on Pisces, to talk to you like Pisceans should be therapists, because people are going to dump on you anyhow. You may as well get paid to listen to them. Let me just see here. Bear with me, guys and girls. Bear with me, folks. So let me just scroll back up a little bit here and see what I missed. Let me just pick some random stuff here. I'm so sorry. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. Yeah, 3:30. Let me go back up to 19. Marianne, I got you. Elizabeth Ann and Janet McElliott. All right, Janet, I received a health issue warning, not cancer. Is it possible to know if I'll be able to change this outcome? Now, Janet, did you put in your birthday? Let me just find out. You did. October 5th. Ha! You're a Libra. You can do anything. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you can. Let me see. So let me just pull through the cards here. I'm going to grab 3. Let's see what they say about your health. Sure, I grabbed it. I'll take it. I'm looking away. I don't want to see the cards. I don't want my eyes to prejudice me. All right. Well, all right. Here's the 3 cards. First of all, now I have to the cards that I pull, and again, you always get the right information. I have to kind of interpret them in this light, in the light of the question. You said you had a health warning. Will this improve? Okay. Your birthday you gave is October 5th. All right. So you're a Libra. So you came up, Queen of Swords. All right. Here you are. This is you. So the card's connected with you. This is you. Now this is interesting. You got a major arcana card, which is the Lover's card. Okay. So I have to say, how do I apply Lovers to health? I would ask, so if you were sitting in front of me, I'd say, well, Janet, are you married? The Lover's card is here. There's something here, and it's a major arcana card. Now, everything happens for a reason. Every card comes up for a reason. So I want to say, well, why is the Lover's card here? First of all, I want to ask if you're married. So let's just do this. Janet, are you married? Where are you, Janet? If you're still watching. If you're not, you're going to have to catch the rerun. Janet, are you married? Yes or no? You're a Libra, you should be. Okay, because the Lover's card is also partnerships. And Libra rules partnerships as well. Here's the thing. Here's what I wanted to say about this. The reason I'm asking if you're married, because the Lover's card came up, it came up regarding a health question. So what I want to do is I want to say, well, you know what? Somehow, okay, so a relationship is going to play into this. It's the only real way I can apply it to your health situation is it's either, and this could be a hidden message. You could be saying, it depends on what the issue is. Is this issue, because sickness is often, not always, often a manifestation of problems that we've had in our lives, in our past. Kidney issues can be rerunning the same old film over and over again. Love issues goes right to the heart. Releasing the past can go to the intestines. Nervousness goes right to the stomach. Well, that's no surprise. Everybody's like, well, we know we can create ulcers. Cancer is anger, resentment, held in. And depending on where the cancer is, it will tell us something about the anger. So, and the third card I got, by the way, heart issue, Lovers. Okay. I think this goes deep. You live with your partner. Were you ever married, Janet? I don't know. There must be a delay. Just really quick. I just want to and I'll go to the third card in a second. You're single now. You live with a partner. Were you ever married? And bottom line is here too. And again, I have to apply this to. So you were never married. Interesting. That's painful for a Libra. October 5th, that's painful for a Libra to not have a love. Do you see what I mean? Do you see where I'm going with this? So I'm wondering how much is built over time in your heart. The Lover's card came up for a reason. So I wonder where I look for the origin of this. Why is this disease approaching? The good news is, Three of Pentacles. This is somebody who's very active, working, etc. But it can also be applied to, in this case, what's happening. This can also be a doctor giving you a script or a doctor working on. The bottom line is, I think you're going to be fine. But I definitely think you need to address love issues, actually. And it's so funny because I often don't like doing love readings. It's because people come to me and ask the stupidest stuff sometimes. Is John Smith going to leave his wife and and because I've been screwing him for 5 years but in this case, love is very real. And for a Libra to be lone, for a Libra to not marry, that's why the Lover's card came up in regards to a health question, affairs of the heart, affairs of love. So this health issue is deep seated. You're going to be okay. But you may be okay because you research and dig into your psyche and into your past and let your heart feel and see what's, why it's coming up. Okay. So I hope that answers that. I mean, that's as best I can do on a Facebook Live video. It's very brief. So it's the best I can do in a Facebook Live video. You would have to, for deeper, if that caught your attention, if there's something to that, by all means, message me, schedule a reading. Okay. Let me go through some of the other questions here. Remember, like I said, start with your birthday. And I can't even pronounce your name, honey. But that's okay. It's a beautiful name. I just can't pronounce it. Mina Kaganya Nkabinde. Did I do it? Is that okay? Mina Kaganya Nkabinde. I hope I did that right. That's just a birthday. I need to know a question. Sorry about that, honey. You throw a question there. Danielle, what do I do when all I want to do... Danielle, you all right if I read this out loud? What do I do when all I want to do is die? I have many, many psychical... I'm going to assume that's psychological illnesses. Worse, though, is depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. I'm mostly homebound due to my illnesses. Danielle, that's called agoraphobia. When you're homebound, when you're so depressed, welcome to my world, that you don't leave your home. First of all, Danielle, let's cover some practical stuff. I want to recommend this book. I have seen it change I've seen it change lives. Okay. Let me just see. What was that last word, Danielle? Autoimmune and something. So did I read that wrong, Danielle? All I want to do is die. So it's worse. Though, is depression, anxiety, panic attacks. It's Lyme, lupus. Okay, so I don't know what the specifics of that specific disease. But as far as your anxiety and panic attacks go, you want to get this book because you need to address that also. Okay. You would get the anxiety. I don't understand what you're saying. Psychical? Autoimmune? As far as the anxiety and depression goes, get the Anxiety and Phobia Workbook by Edmund Bourne. Anxiety and Phobia Workbook by Edmund Bourne. Bourne. I've seen that book change lives. Okay? Mine included. I've seen 4 people that I know go from crippled by panic and anxiety to functioning members of society. Now you're saying it's health, but you said it was so. Is it anxiety and panic over your health? Is that what the problem is? I'm not sure. Go. You just switched gears on me, hon. Because you were talking about anxiety and panic attacks and not wanting to leave home and you wanted to die, but you said you have a lot of health challenges. Okay, so, all right, so you have to handle both. Get the Anxiety and Phobia Workbook, because that does go through cognitive behavioral therapy and stuff like that. Okay. Your mental is causing health. Okay. I would need to do a mediumship reading then and find out what's your birthday, Danielle? Did you give it to me? Did I miss it? Let me just pop it in again if you don't mind. Mental and... Okay, got it. Pop your birthday in again real quick if you don't mind. There's a delay, so I'll be patient. And thank you all for your patience, too. August 27th. Virgo. Nervous Nellies. Nerves. Ruled by Mercury. 27. 20. The good news is 27 is a very fortunate number. Very fortunate number to be born on. Nerve related. Okay, so we'd want to tackle the symptoms. Would want to tackle the source. Find the source. Would you say it's literally in your head? You seem to know that you're manifesting. You're manifesting this condition. So, but as far as handling the anxiety and panic goes, like I said, the Anxiety and Phobia Workbook by Edmund Bourne. Get yourself that book. It's a must-have for anybody suffering from panic, anxiety. It's things, again, it's on Amazon. Get the latest edition, Dr. Edmund Bourne. Okay. And then as far as the rest of it goes, I'd kind of need to know more. Again, when the live videos like this, right, and that's usually what happens. But I need to know what exactly what thought patterns are destroying your body. Do you know what I mean, Danielle? So I'd want to talk to you more about that, so we can handle some of the. I think the Anxiety and Phobia Workbook will help you a lot. Okay, Edwin. Okay, good. Edwin, EDWIN, Bourne, B as in Bravo, OURNE. The Anxiety and Phobia Workbook. Trust me. Okay. All right. No problem. You're welcome. And everybody too, again, it's not required, but if you like these videos and want to see more of them in the future, I put ways to donate in the description, my PayPal and my Cash App, if you want to. You're very welcome. Oh. Sarah Camo, August 11th. Will I even I'm going to assume you meant to say ever. Will I ever know the truth? Jesus. What happened to my daughter when she was 2 while I was working? 17 today. Sarah, can you rewrite that, please? Start it with your birthday again, August 11th, just to remind me, August 11th. Rewrite that, because there are some typos there, and this is important. Sarah Como, if you're still watching, please write that. Again, rewrite your question. Yes. Ever. Will I ever know? Okay. But try to rewrite the question itself. I have 4 children. Okay. That's very interesting, actually. I say that for a reason. There's an every zodiac sign has its astrological quirks. And it's not that I'm not writing such a serious thing off to astrology, but it never ceases to amaze me how astrology fits people like a glove. And you're a Leo female. Even Leo males, there's usually always some sorrow with Leo females, some sorrow associated with the child. Whether it's a loss of a child, you can't have a child, you only have one child. There's often, not always, but often with Leos, some kind of sorrow associated with the child. How much is a reading? My website is ericfraize.com, Danielle, ericfraize.com. But you can contact me also, and we'll think of something. Second oldest child was hurt and has TMI. Date of birth is June 27th. Cancer the crab. Another 27. June 27th, Cancer the crab. We ever learned what happened? So wait, all right, so just, you're welcome, Danielle. All right, so I'm just confused. So let me just, so, it's on his site. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy, I'm going to hire you as my press agent. Okay. 4 children. All right, so Sarah, let me just go back up. Brain injuries. So you think will you ever know what happened? Was there a mystery to this? Did something, is this a natural occurrence? I guess I'm misunderstanding the question. I'm sorry. See if you can clarify. I'm a little confused, and I'm so sorry for that. Because I want to try to help, but I'm being thrown a little bit here. Again, please bear with me. This is my first time doing this live and taking questions and stuff. And I'm going through and trying to get everybody in here. Somebody just came on late. Not you, Danetta. I see you. It's not you. Somebody else just came on late. I answered your question already. So you're gonna have to rewatch it. All right. The question is, was this done? I hate typos. Was this done our accident? Was this done to her, or was it an accident? Okay. In other words, did somebody abuse her, I guess, or was this done as an accident? Is that what I would say, Sarah? Is you would again, and I'm so sorry. I keep saying you'd have to contact me. You'd have to contact me. I'm telling this to a lot of people, and the reason is because these are like big things that require they're more than just like 3 cards. Like I can tell. It's so funny. I always criticize these love questions, and they're the easiest to do with tarot cards. Left in the care of a trusted person, yes. Why is my head shining? Because I'm bald. Actually, Eddie, you're just seeing my halo. No, it's actually literally I'm right by the window and the sun is coming in, and I just shaved this morning. That's why it's shining. There you go. That was easy. If that's the easiest question I have to answer today, then we're good. Damn right, Kathy. Okay. Eddie, you're not wearing a shirt. Are you gay? In your profile pic, or just want to show your bod off to the chicks? What's the story, Eddie? I'm sorry, this isn't about that. It's about psychic stuff and important stuff. Then do mine. All right, okay. Elizabeth Ann, put your birthday and what your question was real quick. Go ahead. Boy, we're waiting for... I'll embarrass you in front of the class. We're waiting on Elizabeth, everybody. Waiting for her to type her birthday and put her question in there. Yeah, if okay, January, February, March 30th. So you're an Aries. And your question was your love life. Okay, Elizabeth Ann. Here's what I'm going to do, Elizabeth Ann. Let me pull 3 cards for you and tell you, and I'm just going to give you some quick advice, and I'm going to move on to another question. No offense. Let me just see. Okay. Shit, I shouldn't be looking at the cards. Oh, 1 second. Sorry. Eric runs on Duncan's. Elizabeth Ann. Oh, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. How do I even interpret this? For love. Maybe I'm just not supposed to do love readings today. Maybe it's about the serious stuff. Truly. There's no man here. All right, wait a second. I'm wondering about my love life. I'm wondering if I'm on the right path with different guys. I have 2 in my life. 2 of Swords. She doesn't know which decision to make. Look at that. Okay. Was any one of them born around Easter? Does any of them have a March or April birthday? Which guy has the March or April birthday? Do either of them have a March or April birthday? I gotta get like Jeopardy music sound effects for these videos. Elizabeth, I'm just waiting for you to tell me the birthdays of these guys. And just everybody, if you... One of them. Okay. Okay. That's the... Okay, thank you. That's the one... Perfect. That's the one that you're probably going to be most likely to end up with. Was that the question? I hope I answered it. Because I pegged his birthday without even seeing a man on the cards. And I saw your indecision. So if you're just trying to pick one, it looks like that's the one to pick. Okay? There we go. How's that? All right. Okay. Let's see. Moving on. Questions. Anybody else? Type some questions in here. Okay, good. Feel free to type in questions, anybody. I'm going to scroll back and see. Please go back. Her injury was her injury an accident or was it from abuse? Sarah, you're going to have to get a full reading. I'm going to have to direct you to my website. Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm going to have to direct you to my website. Melissa, you were born on Christmas? EricFraize.com, by the way, is the website. Melissa, you were born on Christmas, 12/25? Because earlier you said 12/15. I think. December 15th. Shit, what was the question? Do you do a better job for you? Okay, wait, better job. Hang on a second. Melissa Diane Jensen. Better job. We want to know about her career. Give me some in her career. Give me some in her career. Come on, Spirit. I'm gonna get a better job. Somebody asked something too. I gotta scroll it up because I got a hit on it, and I gotta. Melissa, do you practice law by any chance? Do you study law at all? Strength. There's got to be a delay in this too. Wait. Okay. Nurse. Strength. Healing. Okay, look at... Now, this is where... Okay, good. This is when I do readings, okay? I'll say stuff that may or may not make sense to people. Okay, you're a nurse. First of all, look at this. Look at the multi-layers in this card. Look at the caduceus. Do you see that? The symbol for medicine, okay? But it's also... Look at this. This is the two of cups. All right, this is a soulmate card. So you asked about your career, and a soulmate card came up for relationships. All right, but pay attention to this. Look at the Leo there. Or look at the lion above them. Or you have the caduceus, you have the lion above them with wings. Think of the multiple layers here. A healing angel. You're a healing angel to people, okay? But look at that lion. Now look at the strength card that came up, which means healing. Look at the lion there. There's something about Leo here, something significant also about Leo the lion, okay? And no, honey, it's not you. Okay, and your husband is a corrections officer. There you go, justice. Okay, so now, so what you're asking is, do I see a better job for you? Let me put it this way: the cards responded Shazam for you. Okay, Shazam. Look at this. Okay, but it even brought in your husband. Okay, justice. There's the healing card, strength. What's your husband? Just curious. What's your husband's birthday? Melissa, if you don't mind sharing that, just the month and day is fine. Because when you ask about your job too, now somehow I have to apply Leo the lion to this. So you asked about your job. May 16th. So he is a Taurus. Difficult birthday to have, too. He's seen a lot of shit. He's seen a lot of stuff, May 16th, hasn't he? Well, being a corrections officer, sure. Something about the zodiac sign of Leo. I think you're very good at it, obviously, in the field you do. I don't know if you want to leave the medical profession, but I would not. Unless you want to just be a stay-at-home mom, but the world would be all the worse for it. Okay? Because you have some really good cards here. You have an amazing setup here. Great, just great marriage, great. It's saying here your job is fantastic. So I'll just say your line of work is definitely for you, unless you were thinking of something different. But according to these cards, that you're in pretty good shape. I gotta tell you. Okay. So I hope that kind of answered your question. You do dates backwards. You must be from Africa or Europe, Mina. December 18th, my career. Will you ever make it? Yeah, well, I can tell you, Mina, that you're not happy in which... Pinch your pennies, yes you will. Yes you will. Give it... Whoa. Mina, yes you will. Give it time. Persist. Because it will happen when you least expect it. And it will happen within a 4 months, depending on what it is, 4 years or the 4th month. Let's say 4 months or the 4th month. April is the 4th month. 4 months from now, October, November, December, January. Watch January and April. January, February, March. And January to April is 4 months. January to April of 2020. Watch that time. Watch that time, Mina. Yes, whatever you got. Yes, just watch that time, okay? That time frame. Yes, there's going to be success, and it's going to come between January and April of 2020. Look at that, perfect. Okay. Jean Tedeschi, November 19th, a Scorpio woman. Scorpio woman, you could probably make. Let me see, coming out of a 36-year marriage to a narcissist Sagittarius. Sagittarius, was the sex at least great? I need to know. I will find peace and be okay. Oh, Gene, of course you will. It just takes time to heal. You're welcome, Mina. Of course you will, but there are no quick fixes, hon. You got to heal, and there's no healing. There's no timetable for healing. Deaths, breakups. There's no time to. Everybody has their own timetable for healing. You know. Let me scroll back. I don't know who's still watching. I hope people didn't give up, because I don't always get to everybody. So yes, ericfraize.com is the website for those that want follow-up readings. Yes, that was a yes to the sex was great. Okay, good. But everything passes. You're gonna be fine. So yes. Yeah, Scorpio and Sag together, that's pretty good. Sarah, you're gonna contact me. Kathy, if you're still watching, let me grab something for you real quick, because you deserve it. Let's see, Kathy. We'll do for Kathy Connor. All right, these are 3 cards. I'm just going to read what comes to me, okay? 3 cards. Yeah, you need to call me. No, just kidding. No. Okay, these are so intense that I can't possibly do it. Do you see these three? Look at you got the Queen of Wands, which I'm going to assume is either you or somebody very very close to you in spirit. Okay, the Devil card. Don't freak out. It can be just Capricorn. You're a zodiac sign. Okay, but it's a major arcana card and Temperance. So there's a lot. I can tell by looking at this. There's a lot going on because there's so many people watching. I can't stop and let me see what I sense and feel and wait a long period of time per se. But just in the three cards I pulled, I can see why you would need a reading. What we were actually talking about previously. And it's highly likely with the Queen of Wands here because I don't believe the Queen of Wands is you. Queen of Wands is usually a female fire sign. But anyway, at any rate, regardless, I would. It would appear that if we do a mediumship reading, somebody will come in through and speak to you because I think that's what they want to do. Okay, let me just go back to the bottom here. Oh, good. Struggling, any light at the end of the tunnel. Holly Scott, what are you struggling with? Shireen Govender, what's your birthday and do you have a question? Keep those close. All right, Kathy, I'll do that. Mina, if you want more than one question, you got to go to my website, ericfraize.com. Sorry. So Holly Scott, so we want to know, Holly Scott is struggling. I want to know what you're struggling with. Shireen Govender, I want to know your birthday and pull a card for you just because you've been, cool. Just because you've been hanging in here for so long. Sherry's still here too. You're struggling with positivity. Let me tell you, people think that for some reason they have to be happy all the time, and you don't. And maybe let me just see what the cards. Let me mix these back up again. Hold on a second. Holly, 1 second, Holly. Let me see what I get for you. What's going on with Holly? Show me Holly. Oh, there's some woman here in spirit too. Let's put it this way: somebody in spirit is seeing you as a child. Somebody in spirit is seeing you as a child. Somebody in spirit wants to talk to you. Now, it's not just about the cards. Like, I can show you cards, and people, I can show you cards, and people can, say, well, this card means that, this card means that. No. It has to. I have to apply it to the question, and I have to say what I feel is coming off the card. And somebody here is seeing you as a child. This is deep. It's deep. Somebody in spirit here wants to speak to you. I'm getting rapid fire memories, childhood memories. Also, Holly, does the Wizard of Oz have any significance to you? The Wizard of Oz, Disney World. I'm seeing all kinds of kid stuff. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Wizard of Oz, Disney World. This is all about you. This is all about you. There's somebody here. There's somebody here in spirit. See, this is. I don't know who. That's why I'd have to talk to you. And I'd have to ask. Okay, so you said yes. Yes to what? Yes to this stuff has meaning to you? Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Wizard of Oz has significance? Mm-hmm. Somebody's here. They see you as a child. Knew you as a child. Were you a flower girl in their wedding? I'm trying to put together the pieces that I'm getting here. Okay. I don't roses. That's kind of trying not to be cryptic. Wizard of Oz and Disney. Okay. Roses. Flower girl. I don't know what I'm seeing here. Flower girl, roses, rose bush, again castle, princess. There's somebody here in spirit. Um, let's see on her. So I would say, so what I would say, Holly, is if you want a reading, would have to go deeper. Because when I pulled the cards, see, will you find joy again? Yes, absolutely you will. You're struggling with, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? There most certainly is a light at the end of the tunnel. So don't worry about that. Well, I know, but I'm not. This applies. This has to apply to Holly. So it has to apply to Holly because I asked for her. So if I ask for Holly, stuff about other people is not going to come up. I promise you. And I know that some psychics will say that, and I don't consider myself psychic, I consider myself a prophet, but I know some psychics will say that. They'll be like, oh, okay, then that's it, just so they can get a hit. Oh, that's you. That I must have seen you, Sherry. No, that's not it. This is okay. This is for Holly. Excuse me. Yeah, no problem, Elizabeth Ann. No, it's just when I do a reading for, it's definitely for them because I specifically ask for them. Yes. Okay. So can somebody put in the time? What time is it? Let me see how many more I'm going to take. I've got a coffee that's been sitting here melting, an iced coffee that's not so iced anymore. Somebody put in the time, if you would. Eastern time, preferably. I'm in Massachusetts. I can't see it on my phone. That's why I'm asking for somebody to put in the time. You're welcome, Scott. Holly. Scott. You're welcome, Holly. EricFraize.com is my website. Or, and I put a link. If anybody watching, if to encourage these videos further, I did put links to my PayPal.me and my Cash app in the description. It's 2:15. Oh, wow. 14:10. Look at you all military. 14:10. 14:10 hours. 2:15. Okay. So I've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Let's do 15 more minutes. Actually, I don't think I can. I don't think I can do 15 more minutes. One more question. Yes, Sarah, you know that I said you'd have to get a reading, but to respond to the question, could I speak to your child because she's mute? Could I speak to her astral self? Is a possibility, yes. Absolutely. But I probably wouldn't need to because I'd probably be shown the information and shown what happened. One more question. Oh, Beulah, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm going to do one more question here. I'm going to just... Yes, Joanne, for you, I will pull a card. We're gonna pull a card for Joanne, and then we're gonna All right, let's just see. Just a card. Let me just see. I'm gonna pull a card for Joanne and see what I psychically get off of it for her, or prophetically get off of it for her. See what kind of vibes I get for Joanne today. All right, I got the card. I'll show you the card in a second. Just let me think for a second. Because I don't want you to freak out. I just want to see how it applies. All right, well, I tell you what. I'll just show you the card and tell you all its possible meanings. Okay, so here's the thing. Joanne, you asked me to pull a card. This is the one I got. The Devil. Now, a few things. The Devil... There are so many meanings to the cards. I kind of need to know what you're going through in life. The Devil can represent Capricorn. It can represent material success. It can represent bondage to things of the world, which I don't get from you. It can represent magic and witchcraft. It can represent so many things. I mean, when I see that, being a Satanist, when the Devil card comes up for me, I'm like, yes! So I don't see it as a bad thing. I just kind of chuckled because I was afraid you would see it as a bad thing. I never see the Devil card as a bad thing. So it's a loaded. That was kind of a loaded thing. Like, can you pull a card for the Devil? Well, it means so much. There are so many meanings for it, but I certainly never fear the Devil card. And I think one of the things that I'm going through right now is there are so many there's so much bombarding me right now. I can feel with the people that need help, and there was some really serious questions. Yeah, so I would just get in touch with me either through Facebook or something. Go to my website, ericfraize.com. If you can't afford my prices, we'll work something out. If you can't afford them, that's great. But that's it. I would stay at Capricorn of the Devil. Yes, actually, the 22 in the Tarot deck. There are 22 major arcana cards, and 10 card. There are 12 zodiac signs and 10 ruling planets. So every card is assigned to one. The Devil card represents the zodiac sign of Capricorn in the Tarot. So yeah, it's no big deal. Probably your ex-husband. I need to know more about. Note to self: don't just pull one card anymore, unless because I can't really tell a story with it. But what I just do, I just pulled one card for Shireen. Shireen, what's going on? You juggling finances over there? Because there's the Two of Pentacles. Let me tell you what the Two of Pentacles. Shireen, this is your card. Look at this. Thank you. Sorry, Joanne. I'm sorry I didn't have more for you. It's a major arcana card, so it's a big deal. Shireen, look at this. This is the Two of Pentacles. See this? Look at this guy now. There's the figure 8 for eternity. There's 2 pentacles there. Okay, it's usually a financial card. It's usually juggling finances. Look at the ocean in the background, the rough seas. Do you see that? Okay. So I would want to know. I always want to know more. See, that's the thing. Nothing's ever really cut and dry. I'd want to know, like, hey, what's going on financially? That seems to be where the focus came up today. Or it could be emotional. It could be juggling emotions. But the pentacles usually indicate money and finances. Maybe you're deciding what you have to do between, do I put the money here? Do I put the money there? Or maybe you're deciding between 2 jobs. Should I take on an extra job? It's usually financial. The Two of Swords is usually more emotional decision making. The Two of Pentacles is usually financial. However, there are emotional overtones because there's rough waters in the back. I hope you can make sense of that, Shireen. All right. Now, imagine me pulling 12 and telling you a whole story. That's what I do in my tarot readings. I pull 12 cards for you and tell you the whole story and tell you what I see, and then we have an open discussion, and I do mediumship readings and talk to those who have passed on. So for Holly, who had somebody come through and want to speak to her in spirit, I would obviously, if I'm getting a hit, I would contact me. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. I gotta pee, so I have to go. Sorry. You see Avengers Endgame It comes out, Ant-Man is like, somebody peed my pants, but I don't know if it was baby me or old me or just me. A very funny part in the movie, Avengers Endgame. Watch the movie; it's fun. Okay, thank you all. Yeah, you're very welcome, Shireen. I hope it made sense. Um, the donation links are in the bottom there, and my website is ericfraize.com. You're welcome, Kathy. Thank you all. Yes, Sarah, do message me. We'll see what we can do for you. You too, Holly. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, everybody. Martine, thank you. Everybody have a great day. And we'll see comments. We'll see what the feedback is in this. This is my first time doing this. So I want to kind of see what the feedback is. I have to tweak, obviously, what I do, because I was getting you guys hit me with some, and this is fine. It just took me a bit. You guys hit me with some serious stuff today. Like, you guys, a lot of you asked some really hardcore, and I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's when, people want to know just stupid shit. But you guys that really came out with some serious hardcore stuff, those are the people I want to be safe. Okay. Yes, I know, everybody's safe tomorrow. I don't know what's coming, but I think Dorian's going to be here by then. So, yes, I got that. I figured it was weekend, Gene. Okay, I love you all, and I mean that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your interaction. I'll look at your comments now. I'll go to another computer because the Facebook app sucks when it comes to comments and reviewing them and stuff. Message me, contact me. ericfraize.com has all my contact information. Donation links are below. That's it. Love you guys, and it's Friday. Maybe I'll do a video tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this one goes. I'm going to review this and tweak it and perfect it because I don't know. It's my first time doing this, like interacting and live and stuff like that. So, all right. I will talk to you all soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.